Elementor Flexbox Container recently released has 3 simple settings levels you can use to define and customize your design layout. You want to know what they are and how to use them? Keep watching. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you don't know me, I am Natalie from Sites with Natalie. In this channel, I talk about all things related to WordPress websites. Elementor Flexbox Container is a new way of thinking about a web page layout. It's a flexible way to organize and distribute content. The items can be either other containers placed inside the parent container or within widget. Flexbox containers operate on 2 axes. The main axis crosses the width of the container, and the cross axis which crosses the height of the container. Compared to the traditional sections and columns layouts, there are many benefits. Some benefits include it reduces the download. Using Elementor containers reduces the number of columns to create a nested layout. You can add multiple widgets inside a single container, align them using the various CSS properties. These results in optimized code output and thus increasing the performance. Let's open up an Elementor page. So pages, all pages, to start creating layouts with the container. To start creating layouts with the container, you can just drag and drop the container widget. So I click on the plus icon to add an element. To start creating layouts with the container, you can just drag and drop the container widget into the editor or by clicking on the plus icon in the editor, where you insert a predefined container layout. You have a lot of options when you choose an element of Flexbox Container widget. The direction, these options set the direction of the nested container. You can set it as a column and the containers will appear one above other. The widgets and elements will stack on top of each other. If you set the direction as a row, the containers or the widgets will appear next to each other. I begin with the row direction in order to create a navigation menu. I suggest you use the navigator tool to help you to follow along. Call it by pressing Ctrl-I, keyboard shortcut, or by pressing on its icon at the left bottom of your screen. Under the Layout tab within Elementor panel is where you determine and set up the container level settings. You assign its size and its layout, in other words, the width and the height. I drag in the navigation menu widget and I want my primary. Yeah, cool. If you go to the Content tab of the container, select the container and then go to the Layout and then Items. These item options are settings that will affect the items as a group. That's why we see direction settings, alignment settings, and spacing settings. Under direction, it sets the direction of the container. You can set it as a row, as a column, and the containers will appear one above another. As a row, the items will lay out on top of each other. You can also reverse column and a row. As the name suggests, it will reverse the column or the row order. By the way, if you want to know more about the CSS property behind these, I leave you this CSS web page guide to help you further understand how this works and to get used to the terminology. It's a great guide and you get visually and insights on the terminology and clear explanations. Under the Align items, it sets the alignment of the inner content as a start, as a center, or flex end and stretch. For me, I wanted center for this particular design. The Justify Content option will set the direction of the inner content as a start, flex center, flex end, space between the 2 items, and space around or space evenly. I like this one, so I want to use the space evenly. The elements gap option lets you to define the space between the nested containers. I define mine to be 30 pixels. And lastly, the wrap option, it decides whether all items are forced to fit into one line or are flexible. If you set to wrap, an additional option to align appears in the panel. Now, what if I just want to lay out one specific item? What specific CSS options do we have to control only an element? We have 3 options: order, align self properties, and size sections options. As an example, I select the site logo and then you go to the advanced tab and there you go. You have align self, order, and size. So these are the specific item level settings. Each item inside the container can accept specific settings which will overrule the group settings. For instance, if the group is aligned to the center, you can define one item to align to star and or a custom one. Let's drag an icon widget. By default, the flex items are laid out in the source order. However, the order property controls the order in which they appear in the Flex container. So select the icon and now switch over to the Advanced tab. And now we will use the order setting. Let's put it here at the start and then the hand. Okay, I changed my icon to be a search. Now let's add the social icons. So as you can see, you can check this is only inside one container. We have the site logo, the navigation menu, an icon, and the social icons. Let's play with the order property. So the social icons are selected and then you can place it start, and size property controls if it is growing, if it is shrink, or flex grow and flex shrink. So the flex grow property specifies how much of the remaining space in the flex container should be assigned to the item. The flex shrink, on the other hand, determines the flex item size to assist preventing that the child item to be larger than the flex container. As you can see, it's super easy to customize and define your Elementor Flexbox container. If you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section below. I will do my best to help you. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.